before I get on out of here, I had to talk about a story that's very, very important. And albeit indirectly, it involves Caitlin Clark, the Department of Justice, and quite possibly the President of the United States himself.
The commissioner might want to keep a stress ball close because when Congress starts poking around and federal investigators start circling the WNBA, you know it's not just gossip anymore, it's serious business. Caitlin Clark, now in her second season, has been getting tossed around like a wrestler in a WWE ring, and suddenly, Washington is paying attention. Here's the big question before we dive deeper. Should the federal government step in, or is this league already past the point of saving? Yes, it's official. The federal government has its eyes on the WNBA. And all because no one stepped in when Caitlin Clark kept getting knocked to the floor like she owed somebody money. Instead of acting, the league seems to be holding backroom meetings saying, let's just wait and see. But here's the thing. This storm isn't going anywhere. I get it. Nobody's exactly cheering for a government investigation. No one's hoping to see Uncle Sam walk into a basketball game with a clipboard and a legal pad. But when you've got players throwing elbows, referees pretending they didn't see it, and executives staying quiet as a stone, what choice do people have? Let's start with Cathy Engelbert, the WNBA commissioner, the one hired to steer the ship. Right now, she's steering it straight into silence. She's been quieter than a library at midnight. If she had acted early, maybe this mess wouldn't have exploded like it has. But no. Caitlin Clark keeps taking hits. On the ball, off the ball, even when the play's dead. And the league's answer? No ejections, no suspensions, no fines. Just silence.
But one thing I will not do is take credit for this. I am looking at the Wall Street Journal. The author of the article is a guy by the name of Sean McLean. Let me read to y'all the opening couple of graphs because I want you to hear the impact of this. This is serious. This is serious. And I could say it with my team here, having the footage and the receipts to back me up. I could be in that I told you so mode. I really, really could. But I ain't going to do that because I'm in a good mood. I'm going to be chill. But I could be saying I told you so. Because let me read this to you.
And then came the three big hits that lit the match for this whole federal firestorm. Kennedy Carter's infamous blindside when the ball wasn't even live. Diamond DeShields delivering a hit that looked more NFL linebacker than basketball player. Marina Mabrey committing what looked closer to an assault than a defensive play. Oh! And throw in a Tina Charles sneak shot to the back. And suddenly you're wondering if this is basketball or an audition for Street Fighter. Let's be clear, none of these were tough defense. These were premeditated off-ball full-body shoves. And yet the WNBA sat there, arms folded, like it was all business as usual. With Caitlin's influence on ticket sales, merchandise, TV ratings, and app downloads, you'd think they'd at least pretend to care. But nope. They've apparently decided it's cheaper to let her get battered than to protect her. The league wants all the benefits Caitlin brings without shouldering any of the responsibility. She's selling out arenas, boosting ratings, moving merch, and getting a shoulder to the ribs in return. That silence from leadership? It's becoming part of the problem. And now, Indiana Senator Jim Banks has had enough. He sent the league a formal letter, not a PR-friendly, "we hear you," but a federal-level demand for answers. Why is the WNBA letting shove after shove, foul after foul go unanswered? He's not asking for favoritism, he's asking for the kind of baseline protection every other star in a professional league gets. Then came the Wall Street Journal, publishing an article that suggested Caitlin's civil rights might actually be in jeopardy. That's not just a sports opinion, that's a legal red flag. Add Stephen A. Smith to the mix, warning on national TV that the WNBA could be facing a federal investigation. He even suggested Trump might jump on the situation for political gain, which, let's be honest, would light the internet on fire. One side of America would cheer, the other side would rage, and the WNBA would suddenly be the lead story for all the wrong reasons. The bottom line? The league isn't answering fans, players, or journalists. Maybe they'll only start talking when Washington literally knocks on the door. Some people keep asking, why does this matter so much?
The league last year, Ms. Clark's impact has been seismic. Merchandise sales soared 601%. Indiana Fever viewership jumped 170%. The team's value tripled. League Pass subscriptions climbed 366%. App engagement rose 613%. And her endorsements topped $11 million.
Here's why. This is bigger than Caitlin Clark. This is about a league that talks about growth and respect but refuses to act like it's serious. You can't market a player nonstop, move games to bigger venues for her, jack up ticket prices, plaster her face in commercials, and then be shocked when people expect you to protect her. Fans are flying across the country just to watch her play. Kids wear her jersey. Families spend money they really shouldn't, only to watch her take a hit so bad she might not finish the game. Imagine paying $400 to see LeBron James and he's out before halftime because someone slammed him into the scorer's table. You'd be furious, and rightfully so. And here's another angle. Sports betting. Millions are now riding on these games. If refs consistently swallow their whistles when it comes to the league's biggest draw, it stops looking like bad officiating and starts looking suspicious. And when money's involved, suspicion becomes investigation.
Instead of protecting its transformative star, the league's leadership ignores the relentless targeting of Ms. Clark, treating its greatest asset as if she were a PR headache. That approach could turn into a legal liability for the WNBA.
We've even heard from players, yes, players, that teams have openly discussed in locker rooms just how physical they plan to get with Caitlin. Sophie Cunningham, now Caitlin's teammate, admitted that when she played for Phoenix, they had those exact conversations. Now that she's seeing it from the other side, she says it's gone way too far. And then there's the topic nobody wants to touch, the racial and sexual politics of it all. Caitlin's white, straight, and extremely marketable, traits that rub some people the wrong way in a league where not everyone fits that mold. Candace Wiggins once said she was bullied out of the league for being straight. Now Caitlin's being targeted for being white, straight, and successful. That's not just bad culture, it's walking dangerously close to a civil rights problem. The Department of Justice could get involved. And that's not conspiracy, it's reality. When you mix sports, big money, discrimination, and total leadership silence, federal attention is almost guaranteed. Meanwhile, Kathy Engelbert is still acting like a mime, silent while the league's biggest star gets turned into a pinball. Her two jobs were simple: grow the league and protect the stars. Right now, she's failing both. And here's the kicker. Lawsuits are coming. The footage exists. Every shove, every cheap shot, every missed call. That's not just bad optics, that's legal evidence. The league had countless opportunities to fix this. Suspend Kennedy Carter, fine Diamond DeShields, tell refs to call games fairly. Instead, they let it simmer until Congress is writing letters and the media is tearing into them. And now, people are still making excuses. Oh, Caitlin's just being hazed. Or, every new star goes through this. Please, she's not a rookie anymore. She's an MVP candidate who already proved herself. The only thing she's earning now is bruises. No other player is getting blindsided during dead balls. No one's slamming Breanna Stewart from behind with no whistle. If it happened to them, the fines and press releases would come within a day. The excuses? They're laughable. She talks too much trash. So does everyone. She's cocky. That's not a foul. She's not used to physical play. Right, because leading the NCAA in scoring while getting triple-teamed every night is apparently a walk in the park. This isn't tough. This is, let's see what we can get away with. And the biggest problem isn't even the hits, it's the gaslighting. The idea that pointing out the obvious somehow means you're anti-league. Some players seem to be enjoying it, tweeting shade, liking shady posts, acting like her popularity deserves punishment. That's not competition, that's bitterness. And it's dragging the league down. The WNBA had a golden ticket, a once-in-a-generation player who could bring millions of eyes to the sport. They let it slip, They turned her into a crash test dummy instead of a centerpiece. Now the feds are circling. Trump might jump in. Stephen A. is quoting civil rights law on live TV, all because the league couldn't do the bare minimum, blow the whistle, hand out a fine, and make it clear that targeting players isn't welcome here. They wanted attention. They got it. Just not the kind they dreamed of. And now, unless they act fast, their next big meeting won't be with media. It'll be with a judge. The choice is simple. Option 1, get serious. Protect your players. Hold offenders accountable. Start acting like a professional league. Option 2, keep letting this spiral until the damage is irreversible. Your move, Kathy. This isn't just basketball anymore. It's leadership, fairness, and now government oversight breathing down your neck. So, what's your call? Is Caitlin Clark being unfairly targeted, or is this just politics wearing a jersey? Drop your thoughts in the comments.